So welcome to the Ginger Carpman's YouTube channel. Now you're probably thinking, that's not the Ginger Carpman. No, it's Ben from Parker Baits, and welcome back to another video.
Well, welcome with me, the Ginger Carpman, and I'd just like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year for 2024, and most of all to thank everybody for your support over the past year. So yeah, the Ginger Carpman has really sort of grown now when I look back at how it all started, and yeah, so thank you everybody for your support and your kind comments. So I thought what I'd like to do is sort of do the best of. So for the year, all my fishing over the year, and just look back on the episodes that we've done. So I'm going to go back till April 2023 when I did a session at Marlborough Pool in Oxford. So yeah, let's go back to Oxford.
Good morning and welcome with me, the Ginger Carpman. Firstly, apologies, I just haven't been uploading for quite some time. Just got a new job, weather's been poop, so yeah, just not been getting out recording, but hopefully now going to see a lot more content going online. Where am I? I'm at a legendary Marlborough Pool in Oxfordshire. I joined here last year as a member, and I did about 8 or 9 sessions. I had 15 carp in the end, biggest going 28. So this season, my aim is to get a 30 pounder. So my quest is to get a 30 pounder out of here. It's not easy, because I live 2 hours away in Bournemouth, and obviously it's not a water I can just pop up to and do a few hours, so I have to sort of plan the sessions, and if you get bad weather or the fish aren't just having it, it's one of those things. So the aims, 15 fish between now and January the 1st, and my quest is to hit that 30 pounder mark. I've never had one, so I want to catch it from here. So what I'll do is I'll probably upload 2 or 3 sessions into one video, just so it's a bit of content for you, and hopefully we'll achieve the aim of hitting that 30 pound mark. So there we go, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. as I said, when it comes to the baits, I honestly, the Parker baits, the OG fish, has done wonders. I honestly could not believe the day when I changed over to it and I had the 19 fish. It was just literally, the solid bag was hitting the water, and it would, sometimes the bobbin would pull out my hands. And I'm not saying it because I'm in any way sponsored by them or linked to them. I'm not. What I will do on my videos, if it's a product it's worth talking about, I'll talk about it. And this is one of those products. It really makes a difference. So that's my main, the OG fish. Just normals. They're great. You know, if you want to know more about it, go to Parker Bait's website or watch the videos on a Sunday night at 7:30 with Ben and Tom. They're really good videos and really informative, and fun element to it as well. But yeah, if you want to know more about them, go on their website and what's in them. But yeah, they've made a difference for me. In that last clip, you just saw me making up what I call my bait boat mix. So it's my mix that I put in the hopper of the bait boat, just to scatter around the solid bag. It's a mixture of pellet, boilies, and some crumb, boilie crumb. But the most important thing, what I add to it, firstly, so OG fruit and nut. I put quite a good glugging of this in. And then add to it some fish sauce. Buy it from any supermarket. A bit like soy sauce really, a bit stronger though, but has a very salty taste to it. And you know carp loves salt, so yeah. So I've been using this, and that's a cheaper option than buying some of the other brands. And obviously a bit of oil. So I like to add in the salmon and Scopex oil. But that's the three things I add to my mix for in the bait boat when I'm spodding. Well, what a result. Dead on 11 o'clock. Right hand rod absolutely ripped off. And this beautiful, absolutely stunning 25-pound 2-ounce common. Oh, wow, she's a beast. Take a look at that. They don't come much better than that. That is stunning. Beautiful fish. On the other side for you. Oh, flip. There you go. What a stunning fish that is. There you go. Away she goes. Thank you very much. Well, as session 1 draws to an end, got to start the pack down soon. Got to get on the road, get back home to Bournemouth. But no, quite happy with session 1. Had the carp on the first evening, 25-pound 2-ounce, lovely common. So well happy with that. I've had 4 tench and Mr. Bream last night at 2:15 in the morning. So yeah, so quite happy with. I was just on the pack down and just had a single bleep on the middle rod over on the end of them reeds, and not a carp again, another tench, but 6 pound 2 ounces. You can't really complain when you get quality fish like that. There's a 6 pound 2 ounce, a lovely tench.
Well, you could see that was a great opening session in April. Yeah, the common, beautiful common, 25-pound 2 ounce. and yeah, and also 5 tension of bream. So it was a good old session. And it was a few weeks later before I went again, and again up to Marlborough Pool. I did another session up at Marlborough Pool, and it was in the May. So yeah, so let's have a look at that one.
I'm here now, as I said, for I think for 4 nights. Just see how it goes. If it's going well, then I might do a 5th night. But I think definitely 4 nights. I've got Lily with me. I've got Lily dog here, so I'm sure you'll be seeing lots of Lily on this episode. And hopefully we get to see a fish or 2, and who knows, that quest for a 30 might be achieved, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I'll catch up with you in a bit. I'm just about to have some dinner, and I'll speak to you in a bit. So my treat for dinner today is, here we go, something special. It is prawn layered pasta salad. I know how to live it up when I'm fishing. Quick update for you. It is now 1:45 in the morning. I had a single bleep at 12:30, straight out, hooked into good fish, got it all the way across, all the way into me, 10 yards from the bank, huge splash on top of the water, and then line just parted, just snapped. I have no idea why. It's new line, so, but I'm gutted. I'm just sat here now. I'm just gutted. Obviously, you're never going to know, but it felt such a good fish, and the splash was a real big splash. So, but that's fishing, and unfortunately, you can't catch every time. But I'm really sat here now, gutted. Well, I'd like to say good morning. It really doesn't feel like a good morning. Lost the fish last night, as you've seen, and then this morning it is now 6:15. I've just lost another fish, another good fish. Same spot, out in the lilies. Hooked it, only beat twice, straight out into it, and it moved towards the right, trying to get into the lilies. I managed to got it out, no problem. Bringing it in, felt a really good fish again, felt solid, was just slowly got it in. All of a sudden it just started kiting to my left. So going to the left there, towards some lilies and reeds. And at one point I literally just held it, just to try and stop. I couldn't stop it. It just kept going and going and going. And I know yesterday that's where John lost one of his fish. It just kited into there. So it started to try and get in them. I managed to pull it through, and just as I'm starting to get it out over towards me again, hook pulled. So I am gutted. I really am. That's 2 good fish I've lost now. And it's hard enough to get fish here anyway, to catch fish without dropping fish, and two in sort of less than 24 hours. So we plod on. We've got to keep going. We'll get it right. So hopefully next catch up with you will be with some positive news. So fingers crossed. wank's over. Just having some lunch with John, who very kindly brought me some cod and chips down, and a left-hand rod on a little gravel patch that I found over there. Just went 1:15 in the afternoon, £19, 8 ounce. Lovely fish, really happy with that. And after those 2 losses, that's definitely made me a bit happier. So thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. Back you go. I'll just give you an evening update. Both rods are back out now. I've got the left rod again on that gravel patch over there behind my right shoulder where I had the fish earlier today, and that's got a wafter on tonight, so hopefully can pick something up there during the night again. Right hand rod is back out on the lilies in the centre of the lake again. That's got its worms, seem to be doing really well out there, so fingers crossed something will come off of one of them spots and get another carp on the video, and who knows, that 30-pounder. Just gone 8 o'clock and this beauty comes up, £22, 3 ounce. Took me right out along the reeds, everything. Gave me such a scrap, but well worth it. Beautiful fish it is. Just £22, 3 ounce. Right, let's get him back. There you go. Thank you very much, Mr. Common. Somebody's not very impressed with the weather today. Raining outside, so that means me and Lily are bivvy bound, and Lily's not happy about it. Well, what a result. Just an hour later I had that hook pull, 1:30 in the morning, and this beauty pops up. £21, 3 ounce. Give me a real scrap, and of all things my headlight stopped working, so I couldn't see, pitch black. Trying to net a 20-pounder in the dark is not easy. Just turn her over just to show you the other side for you. Got a dorsal up. Yeah, lovely fish, but that's cheered me up no end now. That's really made me feel a lot better. I've done some photos, so let's get her straight back. Well, I think the carp gods were definitely looking down on me then. Just an hour after that other lost fish, slow bite, couple of bleeps, hooked into it, and the fish was already in the reeds. I'm thinking, oh my god, not again, this can't be happening. Give it a little bit of, just a little tiny little bit, and thank Christ the fish swam out of the reeds. It come across, and yeah, I just played it really. I was just so nervous of losing it again. I don't think I'd have coped very well if I'd have lost that as well. Got it literally just near to the rod tip, and I always wear my head torch, and pushed it on, the batteries had gone. So I'm there with no light, pitch black, trying to get the landing net, and every time I put the landing net where I thought that the carp was coming across the top of the water, like carp do, they don't like the landing net. He just went again. I'm thinking, I'm going to lose this. This is just a calamity of errors. But thankfully it did. It slipped over the net eventually. I was so relieved when that went in. but it didn't end there. So I get it in the unhooking mat, and you've seen obviously the video footage. So I moved the light. I got a little portable light. I'll show you. I have a little portable light that I use at night. Really good. So I put it on the edge just to film me putting the cart back. And just as I'm getting there, Lily knocked it and it sunk to the bottom. You can actually see it. So I'll put the video up of Lily knocking the light and it's sinking to the bottom, and there's me stretching in to grab it quick. Still soaking wet now, but Lily, for roll away, you dopey dog.
Well, that was a really mixed emotions sessions for me. Yeah, I lost a fair few carp that trip. But yeah, I had I think it was 4 in the end. I had 4 carp. So yeah, it was definitely a very mixed emotions when I come home. It was just the weather. When it rained that day, it rained all day. Everything was soaked. You know, when you get that mud splatter up everything. So yeah, it was back home and a major clean-up. But the next session was just a couple of weeks later. My friend John had rung me and said he'd seen a lot of fish moving and jumping. So I booked a 3 or 4 days off work and went up there quick, just in the hope that they were still moving around and to try and pick up a carp or two. So yeah, this was just the tail end of May. So let's pop back up to Oxford and see what happened on this session.
Here, so it's quite a good drive up, just under 2 hours, so not too bad. When I got here, there was somebody in the car park swim. That was my intended swim, so I've had a little wander around and I've decided to drop in beach swim. So let's get the gear down here, get the rods in, and we'll see how we get on. So I'll catch up with you in a bit.
My quest for a 30, third episode, 1 hour into the session. My good friend Jeff's here and witnessed it. 32 pounds 8. Amazing common. Give me a real scrap, real fight. But this is what it's all about. If I can actually get it to calm down. And there you go, 32 pound 8 ounces. 2 sets of scales come up with the same figure. What an amazing fish. Such a scrap. Had such a fight, got him into the lilies, got him out, into the reeds, got him out. I knew he was a good fish. I'm just going to spin him over quick just to show the other side for you. What a fantastic fish. So chuffed. So my quest for a 30 has been achieved into the 3rd episode. So pleased. So get some few snaps quick. Let's get him back. Thank you very much, Mr. Common. You have made my year already.
Well, morning update, and what a morning. Couldn't sleep, got up at 2. I was on the road by 2:30, as you've seen. Got here, and the car park swim, there was somebody in, so I thought, let's have a quick look round. Had a look in beach and saw a fish swirl and saw a few sort of other bubbles, and so I thought, I'll fish beach swim. So I got my stuff down here. So within half hour, I thought I'd get the rods out, put them out, and within 3/4 of an hour, right hand rod that are on the lilies behind me, a couple of bleeps, stuck into it, because I was just talking to Jeff, the bailiff, struck into it and straight away in the lilies, right in the lilies. So I thought, here we go again, we're back into the same scenario. I'm going to get snagged or the hook's going to pull. So I just held it, and then I could feel it starting to swim towards me, in through the lilies. You could feel it pinging on the lily pads, and amazingly, after about 2-3 minutes, it came out of the lilies. It then, as you can see over my left shoulder, went towards them reeds and went straight through the middle of the reeds. Again, I think those carp gods were looking down on me. I managed to get it through the reeds, and I kept saying to Jeff, this just feels like a good fish. It just felt solid, like you literally couldn't bully it to stop it going where it wanted to go. And yeah, after about 10 minutes, Jeff slid the net under, and I didn't actually see it properly. I could just see it was a fairly big old common when it went in the net. So we both said, oh, we'll let the fish rest. And I think my adrenaline had kicked in. I was shaking like a leaf, and yeah, I couldn't sort of get over the fight I just had, this scrap with this fish. So after about 5 minutes, I picked the net up and I was like, oh my good God, it's huge. So yeah, so long story short, we weighed it, 32 pound 8 ounces. And I haven't seen it. I mean, I know Liam had one just over 30 called the Big Common. I don't think it's that fish. I need Liam to obviously just check on that one and just let me know, but I don't think it is. So if it's another fish, amazing. But there's every good chance, and obviously they're just about to spawn, so you know that's probably what's out the weight on. But yeah, absolutely, I am made up. So episode 3, my quest for 30, achieved. Well, that's the first for me. So double take. We were only just on about it on the last episode when John had a double take. The left rod just went over by the reeds, hooked into a fish. I could feel it wasn't a carp, but what looks like a really nice tench in the net. And just as I was about to get it in the net, the other rod, a couple of bleeps on that, on the lilies, another tench. So I'll show you down at the net. Look, absolute carnage. Yeah, and there's 2 tench in the net, so we'll get them out and have a look. Double take on for the 2 tench, and this is the biggest one. So I'm just waiting for Jeff, the bailiff, to come round to verify the weight, but my scales are showing over 8 pounds. It's showing about 8 pound 2 ounce, which is by far the biggest tench I've ever caught. Just spin it round for you. Just that side as well. But yeah, what an amazing tench, and on the same day I've had the 32 common. So yeah, so my luck's definitely turned round for me today. And I've now had a bream, and it's my PB bream. 9 pounds 14 ounces. I mean, as you know, I'm not a fan of bream, but my God, that sort of size, and it actually fought. It didn't just come in like a dustbin lid, it actually fought. So, what a day. That's 3 PBs in one day. PB tench, PB carp, and now PB bream. Thank you very much, Mr. Bream. Certainly not disappointed with you. Good morning, your morning update. It's just coming up to 5 AM and it's big carnage here. So I had a fish at just gone 3, nice mirror, 19 pound 10, and I thought, well, it's only an hour till daylight, hour and a half, so I'll just put it in the retainer, which I did. Put the rod back out. I couldn't get it over to the lilies, so I put the rod back out to my left in just some reeds, just so it was easy to get it out. Within half hour that rod went, and another carp, and that's still in the landing net. So I'm just going to go down now and get the second carp weighed, get them photoed and get them back in. Bad news is I just looked at the water temperature and it's nearly at 20 degrees. So I got a feeling the carp are going to be spawning starting today, because that water temperature is well up now. And they were cruising around quite a bit last night. so I've got a sneaky feeling the carp might be starting to spawn, but I'll update you more as we go on. I'll see you in a bit. There's the first carp, £19.10. That was just gone 3 AM. It's a bit lively, so yeah, well happy with that. Just quickly turn her over, other side for you. Shoot. But yeah, lovely fish. Let's get her straight back. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. And the second carp, just weighed it, £21, 8 ounces. There you go. Another beautiful fish. Really are some stunning fish in here. Let's quickly spin her over and then get her back side for you. £21, 8 ounces. Get her straight back, get some pictures and then straight back in. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. Well, just as I thought, it's just 5:30 and about a quarter of an hour ago I was just going to put one of the rods back in, and commotion in the lilies, and yes, you've guessed it, they're spawning. So as you can see, if I turn you around, both rods are in, pod's empty, and me and Lily are going back to Bournemouth today. Sadly that's it. The car's all packed up, but yeah, so just 24 hours and then the carp decided to spawn, but there's nothing we can do about that, and you've got to respect the carp. I never fish for them, I never have, never will, where they're spawning. So but what a 24 hours it was. Finished up with 3 carp, 2 tench, 2 bream, £32 8 ounce carp, my new PB. There was a £8 tench in there, £8 2 ounce, and another PB, and a bream of £9.14, which was another PB. So for the 24 hours, you know, it couldn't have gone any better. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and my quest for 30 has been completed.
Well, that was one crazy session, and that is a day I will never ever forget until the day I die. Yeah, what an amazing day to catch, you know, my first 32 £8, and it was such a beautiful fish. But the scrap it gave me, I just wish I could have had it on camera. To get it out the lilies was enough. Then it went in the reeds, thinking, oh, I'm going to lose it. Got it out the reeds, and yeah, it was amazing. And then to when we let it rest, to see the fish open that net and see it's just this huge lump in there. Yeah, amazing. And then to go and get the tench, and then the bream. You know, I'm not a bream lover, you all know that. I'm not a great bream fan at all, but yeah, over £9. But yeah, it was just a shame it was cut short, because I knew I always have a water temperature gauge in the water, just to keep an eye on it, especially this time of year. And I could see the water temperature was hitting 20, and I just knew they were going to spawn, and they were quite active as well the night before. So, but yeah, what a great session. But yeah, let's have a look at my next session now.
Obviously on episode 3, I finally smashed my 30 with a new PB. So I had to think long and hard for a new name for a video, and I thought hard, and I thought longer, and I come up with my quest for another 30. So that's going to be the new name, and I think it might last longer than 3 episodes, this one. So yeah, so we're going to try and get another 30 out of here, but it might be some time before we achieve it, now they've spawned. So the plan, we're here at Marlborough Pool again and doing 5 nights. The plan is for 5 nights. The weather's supposed to be really good, sunshine most days, and so yeah, we'll wait and see. I'm fishing car park swim. John very kindly let me jump in again. He was fishing here today, and he's let me jump in his swim just as he's packing up. So the biv is up, just got to get the rods in. So I'll update you later on once I'm all settled in, rods are out, and with any news. So speak to you later. very much, Mr. Bream. Off you go. Thank you very much, Mr. Tench. There you go. Dead on midnight, and left-hand rod over on the gravel patch again. Hauled away. This little beauty. £18 4 ounce. And he gave me a scrap and a half. Really did. So yeah, £18 4 ounce. Let's just spin her over quick. And the other side. Dead on midnight. Okay, set a couple of snaps and then get her back. What I call the dinner bell. Right hand rod went. I'm thinking I've got a carp. Mr. Bream. But not bad. Just under £8, so you can't really complain when you're getting bream like that. But yeah, I really think I was having a carp. But let's get him back. Back off to go, Mr. Bream. Quite another day. Well, I retitled the video My Quest for Another 30, and on the first episode, another 30. £30, 8 ounces. Well pleased. Jeff, my good luck charm again, just going past. Took me in the lilies, and for some unknown reason it swam out. Clearly wanted to be caught, so cannot believe my luck. So happy. So another 30. And the other side, absolute beauty. I think Jeff said it's called cut tail for obvious reasons. Yeah, beautiful fish. So let's get her back. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. What a beauty. It's me, Ginger Carpman, and the first episode of On the Bank With, and I'm joined today, I'm glad to say, by Josh Cartwright. You may remember going back some time, he messaged me when the episode 3 was going to come out about Clump Hill, and I gave a little speech about Josh. So yeah, so welcome today, Josh. Welcome to Marlborough Pool.
Thank you for letting me on your channel.
Right, you're welcome. Well, you just saw that run. That's the first time I've caught a run live in this lovely tench. Yeah, the tench are fantastic in here. Look at that, beautiful specimen. Got his dorsal up as well. But yeah, I'd say definitely my second favourite fish. Beautiful orange eyes as well.
Well, it's not very often I can say this, but that session really was such a shock. When I sort of retitled the video, My Quest for Another 30, I genuinely thought it was going to be a good 6, 7, 8 months before I had any chance of another 30, because obviously the 32.8 was spawn bound. So yeah, when I had that fish on, and again it went in the lilies. And it come out, and I was so relieved. I knew it was a good fish, but had no idea it was a 30. And then it first surfaced just in front of us, and you could see the length of it. It was a long fish, and it was deep as well. So yeah, I must be honest, the old nerves kicked in a bit, because I'm thinking that don't look bad. That's a good fish. And then yeah, when we got it in the net, and you always look in, you could see it was a good fish. And when I weighed it and it just went over that £30 mark, I was so chuffed. So yeah, I was really happy. I didn't fish hardly anything in June. In fact, I didn't fish at all in June. And then I had the pleasure of being invited over to Parker Baits HQ by Ben Parker. Amazing day. I went over in the afternoon. He just went out of his way. He introduced me to all his family, to the staff, showed me how everything was made, how the baits are made and everything. So, and then he very kindly did like a question and answers session. Yeah, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And then invited me to a Parker Baits social up at Brasenose 1 at Linear Fisheries in Oxford. So yeah, so I just got a little bit of the interview I did with Ben, and then into the session at Brasenose 1, which was good because I also got to meet quite a few new people there as well. So yeah, have a look.
Welcome me, the Ginger Carpman, for part 2 of On the Bank With. And today I'm joined by the legend that is Ben Parker from Parker Baits. Welcome, Ben.
Thank you very much, mate. Shake your hand for that. Much appreciated.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you.
So
Pleasure to be on your channel.
No, thank you very much for taking the time out. I know how busy you are, mate. So
It's been great.
Incredibly busy.
And just on that note, probably people watching me thinking, Ben, why are you so dirty? Now, I've been in the factory today. I've been working my backside off with the family. Mum, Dad, everybody's been round there. And to be honest, I'm stinking of OG fish, and I've already apologised.
It is quite true as well. He does stink, so I'll back him up on that. So
Squid octopus and chili, it's not a nice smell to the nose.
And that's all you can smell. Anybody who's got smell-o-vision on, that's all you can smell around here. So
you know.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
He's got the right idea, hasn't he? He's got the right idea.
6 minutes, you'll be along this island here. Come stuff. Oh, come on then, mate. Right,
please, here we go.
Not too tall for this, mate.
Is the hole big enough? 23.
So you're just along this end.
That's right.
Watch a bit, mate. Sorry, it's 2 seconds then. That's
right, Rob. 38.
38 minutes, you'll be down around this corner.
Down in there?
Line, yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
Well, as you just saw, did the peg draw, and I drew peg 38, which is actually quite a good peg. It's right round the other side, so I've got a little bit of a drive. But you can drive fairly close and then just bury your stuff in. But yeah, it's quite nice. There was quite a few fish jumping around the reeds earlier when we were stood waiting. So yeah, I'm quite hopeful to pick up a fish or two. So I'm just driving round, park up, and then we'll get set up. And it's rods out at midday. So I'll be in touch. So after waiting nearly 18 hours for a bite, 2 minutes past 6, right hand rod, single bleep followed by 3 or 4 slow beeps after that. Started to take a bit of line, struck into it, nothing there. So yeah, I'm quite gutted. And when you wait that long, everybody else is catching on the other side, and a couple of people to the left of me have caught. Yeah, it's quite gutting, and what can I do? I suppose at least I had a take. Would have been nice if it had been a rip-roaring run, but not to be.
Well, as you could see from that last clip, I really was disappointed not to get anything when I fished at Brasenose 1. It's good fishing there, really good fish, and quite a few of the people that was fishing the social caught, but yeah, quite a few along that bank where I was, we just didn't catch, and it was a shame because they seemed to be jumping and that around you, but they went round to the other bank, and then you could hear everybody was catching them as they went along. You hear their bite alarms going during the evening, and it was so frustrating to be sat there and yet you just couldn't pick a bite up for love nor money. But it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. I met some really nice people during that weekend, and also, with Ben Parker, amazing what he did. I was, he hadn't met me before, and he invited me over to Parker Baits. And it was so kind of him to introduce me and show it. And he's a busy guy. They're busy what they do there, and he stopped everything to show me round. And so yeah, fair play to Ben, and everything they do there. So then on to really the end of August, and I fished with Nathan Stamp. At the Obelisk Lake in Windsor Great Park. The most stunning water I've ever fished. So have a look there and see how I got on during my session with Nathan.
Good morning and welcome with me, the Ginger Carpman. You join me here at Windsor Great Park. Today we're fishing the Obelisk Lake. So hopefully we can pick something up. It's not an easy lake obviously, but fishing here for 36 hours with Nathan Stamp, who's very kindly invited me. And so really looking forward to this. We were just doing a quick walk round, and one guy fishing here has just caught a carp, about 14 pounds. So fingers crossed they're feeding. We can get some content for the video this time, unlike Brasenose last video. So I'll be in touch. Speak to you soon. sabotaged me. He sabotaged me.
Right, have we got him in on? Yes, we have. Okay. Right, you're the week. Right. It might be a couple of
This
takes,
is where
and
your one goes now.
Yeah.
New jumper.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Right, so this week's beer of the week. Now, special mention goes to. Oh, it's a free. Got a funny drop back.
Yeah, I heard it go. Well done.
Yeah, just. Oh,
He's got some life in him.
possessed, isn't it? I thought I lost him.
25 past 11 and I'm gutted. So Nathan was just caught a mirror and I was just over in his swim just doing a little bit of video footage and I had an absolute one toner on the middle rod, just ripped off. Picked it up, fish is on, playing it really nice and got it through, and there's like a weed bed about 20 yards out in front of me, quite thick, and I knew the fish would obviously go through it, but I'm pulling it through okay, it's coming through, it was obviously in, but it's pulling through, all of a sudden the hook pulled. So yeah, I'm absolutely gutted because obviously this isn't an easy water, and to come here on a guest ticket and to have the opportunity to try and catch one of the big carp in here, yeah, I was just gutted when I felt that hook pull as it was coming through the weed, but can't change it, that's the way things go.
Right, so we're in after a night of, I think it was 2 bream in the night, and I actually got cut off. We managed to get the rig back out. We've got this, and I think it's £17.4, so yeah, nice result. Unfortunately, just as I've just put it in the retainer, unfortunately Nigel's just had a take and it's just come off in the weed, which is a bit of a gutter. So yeah, it's sort of a bit of a shame for him, because it would have been a nicer, you know, could have done a double picture. What the fuck am I on about? I don't know. You know when you just think,
I'm going to get that Benny Hill music out again. Well, that's it, all done. Just taking the last barrel load up to the car. So yes, I've had a great time, really enjoyed it fishing with Nathan here, and I'm sure if he has me I'll be back again, and this time I'll be more mindful of the weed and I won't pull the hook out. But no, it's just unfortunate, it's one of those things.
Yes, well, unfortunately, August wasn't a great month for me fish-wise. I mean, but both the venues, Obelisk Lake and Brasenose one, what just stunning venues. And an Obelisk Lake is just amazing. Really, really is. You sit there and you think, my God, you're fishing in surroundings like this. So yeah, hopefully I'll go back again next year with Nathan if he'll have me again. But September, I was to do my final session for the year at Marlborough Pool. Yeah, it went okay, as we'll take a look now. I'm afraid, Mr. Bream, you're going to have to leave me alone. Oh my word. That's 3 now. It's not fair. 4th bloody Bream. All from the same spot. I'm plagued by the bloody things. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, what a disastrous night. I've been breamed out. That's 4 bream now in 3 hours. Every time on the same spot I put it back on, so now I've just had to change tactics a little bit. I've gone a 16mm pop-up with just a bag, no freebies around it whatsoever, just to try and stop the bream from picking up the bait. So fingers crossed this works, because it is just it's driving me nuts now. Every 40 minutes, 45 minutes, the left hand rod goes and same bite every time. So yeah, fingers crossed this solves the problem and I get more of a chance of picking up a carp. So we'll see. So hopefully I'll be back in the night and I might have a carp for you. If not, then I'll see you in the morning. Come on, Mr. Bream, give me a break now. 5 bream in one night. Different spot this one as well. This one was from off the lilies. Yes, you've guessed it. Mr. Bream number 6. Getting bigger, but that's not what I really want. 6:45 in the morning. I was just about to refresh the rods. Left hand rod, that's a 16mm pop-up that he's taken. So right, get the rod back out. Bream number 9. He's a fair old size, that one, so I just had to net him. As I said, I don't normally be netting bream for obvious reasons, especially where I've just had 9. But this one, new PB, £10, 8 ounces. Look at that for a bream. £10, 8 ounces, my first ever double figured bream. Yeah. What a fish. I mean, he must have been in here years. So fair play, you know, you don't mind if you're catching these, but again, he didn't fight or nothing. So I'm going to get him back because he's incredibly stinky, incredibly slimy. No carp still, but 9 bream. Let's get him back. 8:45. Single bleep followed by a screaming run off the lilies, and this beauty mirror of £15, 9 ounces on a pink magic bean. What beautiful scales to him. I'm not going to be holding him for too long because he's quite grumpy still with me. See his old mouth still going. I'll try and get him on the other side. He might not be too happy about that. Other side for you, but beautiful scale markings. Well chuffed with that. So that puts me on 16 carp for the year now from 5 sessions. So well happy with that. I'm just going to get a couple of photos, then we're getting back. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. I think he's keen to go. To 1, and this little tenchy, little male tench. So yeah, it's first tench I've had for this trip, so as you know, it's my second favourite fish on the yellow magic bean. You can see it in his mouth. See the yellow magic bean in his mouth. But Lily's quite happy. She's just sat there as normal, watching the rods, waiting for something to happen. So Lily's happy. Go away, rain. We don't like rain. Well, Lily does. Lily's the only one. Lily, come on in. Raining. Come on, keep dry. Lily, in. Well, in the middle of that, you saw my pipe alarm going in the middle of that storm, and there was no way I was coming out in that. So this was the offender, bream number 14, and you can see in his mouth the magic bean. Well, as you can see from that video, I mean, that storm was just something else. There's no way you can get the loudness just from listening to the video, and it was directly above us as well, and it was straight. You had the lightning, and obviously I heard the crack on the floor to the right of me. I don't know how far away it was. I thought it was nearer to my car. I thought it was about 20-30 foot away. I heard the lightning hit the ground. It was like a bullwhip cracking the ground, and then immediately this thunderclap that was just so loud. You can't describe, honestly. It's just, you can't put into words just how loud that was. And then obviously we had the explosion to the left. I didn't know at the time. You see the big orange glow on the video, and it was a methane dump where they'd been putting all sort of food waste, and yeah, the fork lightning had hit one of the containers, and just up it went. But yeah, it was incredible. And then getting the bite, obviously, just after, you know, seconds after that thunderstorm, that I got the bite. And I mean, if it had been a screaming run and been a carp, then I'd have had to have gone out in it. But there's no way, I'm sorry. But especially as I thought it was a bream, the way the bite was going. And then the next day, the funniest thing was I got contacted to do an interview. People had seen my video online. So I had the camera crew turn up and come in there. I was expecting this little sort of portable camera. It was a full-on camera. It was microphones. It was lights. It was everything. So yeah, and then it was on the news. It was on local news at 6 o'clock, and then it went on the national news. Those of you that saw it, and believe me, there was quite a few, the messages I got, and yeah, the amount of stick I got as well. So, but it was quite an eventful session, that, and the bream, oh my god, the bream. So in the end, it ended up with 18 bream. No matter what I did, I couldn't get away from them. I think they just shoaled up on my bait, and yeah, and I just don't think it was really giving the carp chance to get the baits to come over and start taking some of the baits. But do you know what? And it was one of those things. But to get the PB bream, the 10-pounder, just over 10 pounds, what an incredible fish. I mean, you see on the video, it's just little head. He's just got this small head and this great big body, and it was so thick. The bream was just so thick. But when I started out, I said that my aims for this year was to get 15 carp and a 30-pounder. Well, in the end, in 5 sessions, I had 17 carp and 2 30-pounders. So yeah, so I've well and truly reached my aims for this year for Marlborough Pool, and it is a fantastic water. I really enjoy going there. As for October, I was supposed to obviously go to Gran Canaria, and fish Lake Cheera. So we did the family holiday out there, and for one reason or another, which I'm not going to discuss any more now, because I think everybody's aware of the situation, what happened out there. Lake Cheera didn't happen. So when I came back, I sort of got into fishing Clump Hill again, which I hadn't done for many months. Yeah, it's a nice little water, Clump Hill. It's only around 2 acres. If I had to say a negative side, you've got to get through a small little common carp, as you've seen on my videos, to get through to the bigger fish. But there is some good fish in there. And as I say, with the bailiff telling me now that there's a couple of 30s in there, so I'm going to try and focus on Clump Hill for the winter. That'll be my sort of winter water. And plus it's only sort of 20 minutes away from where I live, so it's quite handy just for the day sessions over there. So October and November is really, that's where I fished. Had some good days there, had some bad days there, and yeah, when you can't get away from the little small commons, it becomes a bit frustrating. But my friend Andy Morgan came over to fish with me, and he had a good day. He had 4 fish, and including an 18-pound 2-ounce common. So yeah, so he did really well. So have a look at the footage
and
now.
Welcome back with me, the Ginger Carpman, and a bit of an unexpected visit to Clump Hill today, just to film some extra content for the video that I was doing for Gran Canaria, and obviously as you would have seen if you've been watching this video, I got really badly let down by the company out there that was supposed to take me up to Lake Cheera, but yeah, I'll talk about that more later.
This beauty, £16.5. Yeah, well chuffed with that. Yeah, £16.5. But yeah, it took me about 15 minutes just to get his head up. Just spin around. Yeah, I'm well happy with that. Not sure if I've had it before, and I just saw the bailiff, funnily enough, and new lake record come out a few weeks ago, £35 here, and a koi around £28. So yes, I think I've got to do a bit of work this winter again back here at Clump Hill. But yeah, chuffed with that. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. You're going the wrong way. Video. Oh, that's a yes. Well done, Andy. Like I say, no more invites for you now. You're showing me up.
Thanks, mate.
So, no, great result that, mate. Well done.
Ready to go already.
I know. Well done, Mr. Common. Well, much better fish. Just got him in, same spot on that right hand rod. You can see the pink magic bean in his mouth. So I'm going to get him weighed. Yeah, much better fish. Well chuffed with that. Well, this is much better. This is why I come to Clump Hill. £16 3 ounce. Look at that. Lovely mirror carp, and put up a good old fight as well. Lovely scale pattern on him. But yeah, so that's what I was trying to tell you this morning. There are good fish in here. You've just got to whittle through those small commons to get to the better fish, and hopefully now, yeah, the bigger fish have moved in off them. Well, what an absolute beauty. So Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. Very, very happy. Good old day today. So that I just refreshed that rod. Been out 10 minutes. So yeah, so he's tensing up again. So any minute. So as I say, it always pays, just rather than sitting on a rod all day, just to change the bag over or change the bait over. But I'm going to get him back. So he's going to flip again in a minute because yeah, he's not happy about me holding him. But yeah, nice old mirror carp. I'll get a quick snap and then get him back. Oh, he's keen to go. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. As you can see from that footage, there's some good fish in Clump Hill. It's just unfortunate that you've just got to get through the small commons in there. But once you've sort of battled your way through them and got yourself onto the bigger fish, there is some good fish in there. So that's why, you know, I've sort of said I want to make this my winter water for sure. Just try and get some better 20s out of there, and yeah, hopefully in a 30. So December, I also was very much the same. I just fished Clump Hill just to try and see what I can get out on that. So have a watch and just see how I got on for December. Good morning and welcome me, the Ginger Carpman, to episode 11, my December sessions. And we're down here at Clump Hill again today in Dorset, and left my house about 6:30 this morning. Had to scrape all the ice off the car, so very cold start. And you can see on the bank as well, ice still everywhere. So I'm all wrapped up like Michelin Man today. So I don't know what today's going to bring. It's very still here. The sun's just coming up, as you can see behind. So we'll just have to wait and see. But obviously with this kind of weather, the water's very cold. And I think the carp are going to be laying very dormant. But, you know, we've got a chance of the odd fish or two. I'm fishing again today with Andy. So between the two of us, hopefully we can get a fish on the vlog for you. Feels heavier. Well, that's a weird one, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Considering we had about 5 minutes before we start packing up. And
this was the rod that's been reeled in as well.
Andy, that's a good fish. That, from quick look, that looks like that big mirror I had, that 22.
Just going around on a tight line at the moment. I'm shivering. What am I doing here?
Yeah, look. Certainly worth it if that's the fish I think it is. Yes, well done, Andy.
Nice one.
That's definitely that mirror. Oh, that's definitely Shamu.
Hey.
That's definitely Shamu. What are you guesstimating, Andy?
21.
I'm going to go 23. 21.6. Yeah, what a result, Andy. What bait was that on?
Premium carp fishing.
Oh.
And there. Sweet
Yeah,
amino.
great result. Beautiful fish. Scale markings on him. A little bit of propolis on where you went in, so always good practice. I always do the same. Always good carp care, most important. Well, what a result. Just on last knockings, we were just talking about packing up, and that absolutely beautiful mirror. Say I named it Shamu when I caught it. I got permission from the bailiff to name it, and I named it Shamu. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. Well, 1 o'clock, and what a beauty. £19, 3 ounce. Look at that for a fish. That's what I say, when you can get through these little commons, there's some damn nice fish in here. Just shy of the £20 mark, unfortunately, £19.3, but what a beauty. And the weird thing is, just as I had him in here, middle rod's just had 3 or 4 bleeps, struck in. There's a fish on, but it's in the lilies, so I've just left it on the rod rest. Well, we get him sorted because he is a beauty. And I've not had this one before, I don't think. And the other side. Yeah, what a beauty. Good belly on him as well. He should put on a few pounds. I just want to get a couple of snaps. Keep it for my records. But well happy with this. What a day. Well pleased with you, Mr. Mirror. Thank you very much. £19, 3 ounce mirror. Yes, I just got him in the net, the mirror, and the middle rod went, struck into it, and it just got into the lilies, so I just left it down on the rod rest, and just so I put the mirror back, and the reel started churning away, and yeah, he'd come out the lilies. I'm going to get him back because he needs to go back. He's not happy about being out, so... But yeah, what a day. My goodness. It's a shame that right hand rod, I've had nothing on that, but let's get him back first. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Common. I didn't think I'd see you though. Well, that's it for 2023, and in all my years fishing, it's probably been the best year I've had. I've had some really good sessions, some really good fish for the year. Yeah, I'm really happy how it's gone. Just to say a thank you to Jeff, the bailiff at Marlborough Pool, and also John and Donna at Clump Hill. Also, a huge thank you to John, to David and Denise, to James and Josh up in Oxford. Whenever I fish Marlborough Pool, they're always... at the end of a phone, whenever I need anything, they're always there for me. So thank you to those. Thank you to Ben and Tom at Parker Baits, because without their products, I wouldn't have caught half of what I've caught. So yeah, thank you to them. Most of all, as I say, please, if you're watching this and you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Next year, so I want to raise the profile even bigger than it is now. I want to just try and make it grow, and I can only do that with your support and watching the videos and subscribing to the channel. So, but most of all, I'm wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and I look forward to seeing you all next year. So take care, and this is Ginger Carpman signing out.